welcome back to Aikidoflow. Now, a question that we get quite a lot is what arts, what other martial arts do we incorporate into the Aikido flow system? We've kind of talked about that in bits and pieces, but we're going to kind of pull it all out and have a nice discussion about that today. So let's have a look at this.
Stop stealing my line.
The reason for us incorporating other martial arts is simply when you pressure test something, okay, you find a weak point. And as anybody that's been watching our channel for a little while will know, we love to test stuff to see whether or not it does work and kind of throw it around and see whether or not there are any holes. And we definitely did find some holes when we started to do that. And hence, Aikidoflow started to become formed. So, like for example, I'll give you like a great example. When we looked at the defense against knife attacks, we just could not find something that we were comfortable with within Aikido that could defend against a knife attack with the kind of ferocity, I suppose, the knife attacks we now have. Kind of like in the old days, the way that we started off with knife attacks, it was like, yeah, they'd like hold a knife up to your throat and stuff like that. You know what? Which is cool, but to be honest with you, it's more kind of radical than that. And so what we did is we actually had a look around and we took our defense from knife attacks from Krav Maga, because that kind of looked at the ferocity of it and in terms of how to defend against it. So we actually detail that in our online training. You can find it in our videos, but if you want to have a good look at that is on our online training. Go and have a look at that. But if you just do a search on knife attacks, you'll see, obviously, you'll see what we're doing. What other martial arts do you think that we've incorporated?
Tend to punch straight here, boom, using those three knuckles, which is the same as in Wing Chun, nice straight punch, body behind it, boom. So yeah, that doesn't come from Aikido, that comes from us looking at other martial arts and I tried to identify what was missing in Aikido and what we kind of needed to implement into it to make it more effective.
What do you think is really the importance of adding other arts into your martial art? And the second question is, do you think that it kind of degrades the original martial art in some way?
No, I think it enhances it, you know, the most famous martial artist everybody knows made up his own martial arts and obviously took bits from other martial arts and incorporated into his own martial arts. You know, we'll talk about Bruce Lee here. So it's important, and I think, you know, where I'm coming from in the security industry, I'm coming from an environment where we had issues on different scales. You know, I could have one person in front of me giving it and they want to get a physical confrontation, I restrain them. I could have another person and his mate, you know, giving it a physical confrontation, but then I could have 5 people and that's when I don't want to mess around with the shianagi and stuff like that. I might need to, you know, go crack on somebody and then, you know, do something on somebody else. And I need to be able to mix it up because that's when it really depends on the scenario. If I've got a full-on fight and it's me and more than 3 people, I'm not going to just simply rely on Aikido techniques, because I know sometimes you can throw someone, they stay down, sometimes they get up again. Yeah. So in certain scenarios, I need to make sure, if I'm going to put someone down quickly, I need to make sure that they're going to go down and stay down.
I think it's important. You see, the problem is that when people have invested so much time and so much of their life in a particular martial art, they don't want to shake it up. And
Yeah.
they don't want to have an honest look at it and say, is it fit for the purpose that I originally said it was for? And that purpose might have changed as well, because like originally what you wanted it for might have been for a certain situation. Does it fit the purpose, and do the specific techniques work? And it does need a sense of honesty in terms of you asking yourself that question and actually looking at it. And sometimes I don't think that actually really happens. I think all martial arts could certainly do with a review.
I understand why somebody would want to practice a martial arts, even something like Tai Chi, and just, never really pressure test it, because they're just doing it because they're not in that frame of mind that they'll ever need it.
Sure.
Where I practice Aikido in the frame of mind that I'm gonna need it, because I grew up physically fighting with a lot of people, but there's people who didn't grow up like that, so it's not a concept for them. They just learn. They can even learn a martial art as devastating as karate, but they're just doing it for whatever reason, sportsmanship, competitions, and
grading of the belts as well. There's nothing. Just to say they have a
behind
belt.
it.
Don't forget our t-shirts, hoodies, merchandise. You want to support the channel, okay? Then good way to do that is buy a t-shirt. If you want to take a deep dive into our martial arts system, okay, and you can't get down to the dojo and you are in another country, okay, check out our online training academy. That has everything that we do in a nice compact version. Go and have a look. Links are in the description. And if you want to follow us apart from this, we are doing other stuff as well, okay? Links are in the description. Azu has his own personal channel, okay? You can follow him, find out what he's doing. Sounds like he's been arrested. Go and have go down to his channel, see what's going on, see whether or not the police are letting him go or not, okay? You'll be able to find it out now. And if you want to follow me, okay, I'm doing like woodwork and tool reviews. You can follow me on that. Again, links are in the description. And don't forget, okay, like, and as they say, subscribe. Absolutely, okay, we have bits and pieces of other martial arts. If you watch some of our other videos, you'll see that we've got other things. So for example, boxing training in terms of getting hit in the head. We did a video about that a little while ago. Okay, we are constantly incorporating things, and we absolutely do put other arts and other martial arts in. And to be honest with you, as long as we are still training, we will continue to review, and we will continue to look at it. And if other systems need to be included in our martial art, then that's exactly what we'll do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next Aikidoflow mixed martial arts video.